Okay, company's 5 months old, already setting all kind of records in the direct selling network marketing world, and only two products. And they just added the second product, and it's functional drinks. Okay, what is functional drinks? Well, functional coffee. We've all heard of mushroom coffees, and we've heard of matcha. Okay, and so they've got the best of both worlds. They are leagues above anyone out there in the marketplace. So that's number one. That's why they're having such success in introducing markets. That's also why, because of the experience and knowledge base and of the company management, is the reason that they're opening in one of the most difficult markets to register and open a direct selling network marketing company, Canada, and only 5 months old, already shipping product into Canada. Registered, certified, done, client plan taken care of, meets regulatory compliance. I mean, when God opened the door, showed me this business, and and able to vet it in just 3.5 hours when I was looking for companies under 3 years old, because you need a ground floor opportunity to make the big money. And I wanted a product company, and uh, God just put it right in our hands. I'm going to tell you, and so I'm just sharing what He shared with me, because there's no way that, that I could have found this that rapidly, that quick, and the everything just fell into place. So how do you communicate that? That's really what I'm going to address today. Number one, you've all gotten some texts that I've sent out, how to pique somebody's interest, how to talk to them, how to send them a little follow-up thing. But I'm going to tell you that there's nothing better than, if you understand what I am saying, and if you believe what I am saying, and if you don't, you need to get yourself to where you do. Okay, because really what you've got to do is you must work off a list. You must put it down. You must work off a list. You must methodically go through that, and and I'm going to share the best message that you can. And that means putting in that spiral notebook, one person per page, their phone number, their email, their shipping address, if you know it, their mailing address, meaning, and then everything else on that page, front and back, you're going to fill up with little dates, and when you talk to them, what you sent to them, or if you left them a voicemail. Everybody knows my spiral notebook system, that you need a pipeline of 500 people. So you may not have 500 people, but work off the list that you start. And you need to start with that first 50. Actually, I want you to start with that first 100, because nearly everybody has that list of 100 in their phone or more. And if they're in your phone, they need to be in that spiral notebook, one name per page. Okay. And so what do we do? Okay. Well, you can use the Texas, you can use the thing, but we got more. We got a complete support system set up here. It's unbelievable. It's like we're 10 years old. Uh, I joined Robert Faison. He has a call every night on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He has a call at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Our job, and I sent out a little invite text. Your job is to invite off that list people to come see what's going on. If you want to change your life financially, you got to do something different than you're doing. If you keep doing the same thing you've always done, you're going to keep getting the same result. You're going to get behind her and behind her, because what you're making isn't going to be sufficient with what inflation and dilution to your dollars is going to be, as they keep printing up more and more money to pay for all this deficit spending that they're doing. Okay. And they're continuing doing that. It doesn't matter who's in charge. They're continuing doing that. And they will continue to do that until currencies are reset. Okay. So, number one, they're always going to be, and people need money. And so, what better way than a side gig? And what better way than your taxes, your 1099 tax benefit doing? So, you've got to be able to communicate these two advantages and say, you know, I love you. I care for you. That's the reason I'm calling you. You need to take a look at what we're doing. You need to take a look at what I'm doing. You need to see what's going on. You need to have enough information to make an informed decision. If you're trying to if you can't make a decision without information. So how can you tell me you're not interested? I love you too much for you to tell me that because you don't know what you're saying no to. Okay. So you got to be able to have that kind of conversation with people. I'm just tell you right up front. You got to be able to have that conversation with people. Now, will they listen to you? Will they join in? Not necessarily, but they're in your pipeline. You're going to always go back to them. You're going to do this. But so one of the things that I'm going to do is tell you that this call at 7 o'clock, I want our entire team there. Okay, if you got guests coming in, you need to be there to see if they pop up in there on that Zoom. And if they do, then you know you got a natural follow-up. Okay. And on Tuesday nights, we're going to invite and bring people to the company presentation. So we're having great presentation, very professionally done, and then followed up by many times the CEO or the founder, Grace Bravo, and other leaders to start how to kickstart your business. And everybody should be kickstarting their business the same way that they're presenting at the company. Okay. Now we're the ones with Estra. I provide now every Monday at 5 o'clock this time, and on Thursdays, where I give a business overview. I explain the company, I explain the opportunity, I explain the comp plan, and I talk a little bit about the product. We've got other things that takes care of the efficacy of the product, what it's doing to people, and how it's affecting people, how it's affecting their lives, how it's affecting their health, how it's affecting all aspects of their life. Look, if a product can make me 20 years younger and feel 20 years younger than I am, everybody needs this sucker. Okay. Everybody needs a cup a day of AGARA. And in the afternoon, a cup of matcha. Okay. Mm-mm. Yum, yum, good. My wife has got the right formula for that matcha now. All the right little extra added ingredient. I want another one, but I know better than drinking another one after this one. Now, so what do? You call up your friends, okay? And you tell them, look, I know we've tried this in the past, you've tried this in the past, but look, pay attention. You need to look at this. You need to look. You can't make decisions without looking. And so you got all the things to plug them into. Now we got our Telegram channel where Robert Faison has that. We got replays of presentations that are done. And the CEO's presentation, Hayden Daughters of recent, which I posted in our band app, the AGARA Soaring Eagles Team band app, that's one of the better presents. I'm using that now. I want to send that out. And I say, okay, here it is. I'm going to send that out and I'm going to attach my link to it. Take a look. And I'm going to follow up. Did you look at it? No, I hadn't had time. Or whatever. You may be leaving messages. You may call them up 3, 4, 5 times and they still haven't looked at it. You say, I just need you to look at it. Would you do that? Would you take 30 minutes of your time to look at it and then get back with me and Bob and let us show you the bigger picture. Give us 30 minutes of your time after you look at the info to look at the bigger picture and also answer any questions that you may have. Now, all of you can do this. Okay. Now, I'm going to be working with those that I personally sponsored and others too that submit a list, give it to me, and we're going to go through those lists. We're going to do 3 ways. And I see I need to give a little 3-way training because I've taught it so many times in the past, but I do it different than a lot of masters in this industry does. Okay. I actually participate in the process. I actually go down in what I call leapfrog. I drive those legs because I'm meeting your people when I do this with you. So I'm assessing them too as we go through that. And I'm determining if they are hot to go, they're hot to bill, or will they do the same thing you did? Will they put together a minimum list of 35 plus to work with right off the bat if they have the opportunity to work with me on those lists? And so I'm going to continue doing that just like I've done with every grassroots ground floor business. And I've been in two of them. And we've had the same results in both of them. I built the largest businesses in both of them, in both of those ground floor opportunities. Now, I expect our group to be the largest group in this company. And I expect to have a lot of leaders that pick up where I left off to really take this company into the future and become a multi-billion-dollar company, which it will do. I am convinced. I have no doubt in my mind. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to be able to get on that phone and talk to people. You need to watch this. I want you to send them information. I want you to take these texts, send them information, keep following up. And then when you call up for follow them up, you say, hey, Jack, what did you like best about that video you saw? What do you like best about this outstanding, extravagant opportunity? Do you see what we see? And if they say no or whatever, anything that's on the negative side, you say, hey, look, why don't you drop on a Zoom? What's good time for you? Let's hop on a Zoom for 30 minutes with Bob and you and me. Okay? And then let him show you the big, let him answer any questions you might have. Fair enough? Getting information. All I'm asking is a little time. And you don't want to live in regret. What if what we're saying is true and 2 years from now, you found out you could have been up here with us and now you're going to be joining way down here with us? Because what Bob says is this is the greatest compensation plan he's ever seen, having 3 income flows. Oh, yeah, it's got a binary, but it's got an infinite coded unitary to it. But on the back end, it's got a binary check match. And he says he's never seen a comp plan pays out so much as this. Let's explore it. Let's find out what he means, what he says. So, yes, I want you to use me. That's what your job is right now. And your job is, if when people say, well, I'm not interested in making money, well, you switch straight to the product approach. And I've got several product texts that I sent out to you. And those of you who want to go the product approach, well, remember, that's slower, but it still gets you there. But you're going to bypass a lot of income in that process. Okay? But it's okay. If that's what you're comfortable with, start there. Because they can join for free. And then they can get their product for free. And you need to send them that tag. And it's only $2.67 a serving. And what they're paying at Starbucks or special coffee companies or even Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts has a matcha drink for $5.99. It's only 8 ounces. And it has nothing. It will have no kind of a health effect to them at all. And so just think, if they're spending, let's say, $7 a day for 20 working days, and a lot of people, do you see those lines at Starbucks on the drive-through windows and even at McDonald's and other places getting coffee? Okay. And so just multiply 7 times 20, that's 20 working days in a month. That's $140 a month they're spending on coffee. And they probably spend more than that on it. So ours is very inexpensive when you look at it at a per serving basis, and give it a shot. Join for free, order yourself a bag. You just saved yourself having to sample them. And if you sample, give 5 sticks away. Only if they promise to drink it consecutively 5 days in a row. If they don't promise to do that, don't give them the sample. Only give it to people that are going to make a commitment to you. You only want people in the business with you that's going to make a commitment to you, at least give you 10 hours out of their life to learn how to improve their lives financially and help others while they're helping themselves. That's what we do in this business. We're people helping people business. We're in a business of changing people's financial lives while we're improving their health. It doesn't get any better. I hope this helps. I hope you understood what I say. I hope you play this over and over and over again. I hope you give it to every new person in your business. Tell them, look, here's what the master says we need to do. Blame it on me. I got big shoulders because you know what? I'm right. And I know I'm right. I've done it over and over and over again. And I want to do it for you and help you achieve what people don't think they can achieve. And every one of you can. This is the right company with the right marketplace, right market opportunity, the huge growing market, right products, right company management, right ownership, right timing, right comp plan. Doesn't get any better. And you're with the best leadership team in the company, and you got two masters in the industry, and one's a legend as far as I'm concerned. Robert Fason's a legend. He's earned twice the money I've made in network marketing and built a larger organization than I ever did. That's what you call a legend. And we have that opportunity, and y'all all teaming up with us. And guess what? Your first three people that get in business with you, they're in our power leg. They're in your power leg. Everybody has power legs in this. This is the thing. People helping people. This is what's so great about this plan. And you only make one choice, one time. You make one placement decision. You don't do it again. The computer does it all for us. We just sit back and let it happen. And we keep doing the same thing over and over, introducing it to more people, sharing our products, sharing our experiences, tying them into the support system and the building system that we have for you. It's in place. Plus the band app that I put together. It's got all the training, all the information, all the updates, all the schedules for everything. And so it prevents having to send long text strings and emails out to everybody. It's learning how to plug in and people plugging into the system and duplicating a simple system and creating momentum within our own teams and with your team. And when people are on fire, everybody catches fire. Okay. You get one person on fire, everybody else is going to catch fire. Okay. That's just the way it is. And we're at the absolute ground floor of this company, not even 6 months old. And I'm telling you, they're going to be opening in Mexico pretty soon. And then 40 more countries. I'll say they'll be open in 40 countries before this company's 3 years old. I would stake everything that they'll be open in 40 countries before this company's 3 years old. No company has done that. Not a product company, because of the registration requirements, because of the regulatory requirements. That's always been a stumbling block. But when you look at what they've done in Canada and the Philippines, you've got to be joking me. And then when you look at the sales, even companies that you thought were the biggest companies in the world never had sales like this in their establishing of their company. Right place, right time, right products, right company, right team, right everything. See you on the beaches of the world in this one as you change yours and other people's lives financially. I hope you see what we see. I hope you're part of what we do.